Guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristin, and today I'm sharing some of my favorite fall DIYs. This first one, I grabbed this wooden pumpkin from Hobby Lobby, and it is only a couple of dollars when it is on sale. I'm also using that dark walnut color by Minwax, the stain. It's just one of my favorite colors to use. Also going to go ahead and use the 'Tis the Season silkscreen transfer from Couture. This one is from last year, and I do love this one. It is just super fun. So if you love all the things, football, pumpkin spice, pumpkins, just all fall, this transfer is definitely for you. I don't know if they have it still, but if you did buy it from last year, definitely use it because this is adorable and it fit perfect on this pumpkin. I just went ahead and left this just like this, nothing extra. This DIY, I'm using 4 of the wooden crates from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and use that same stain, that dark walnut color by Minwax. It's just, like I said, it's my favorite stain to use, and it is almost gone, so I don't know if I'm going to switch it up and go on to another color. I just really wanted to use the entire quart, and I honestly almost have done it within a good year. I just went ahead and glued all 4 of the crates together, and once they were all glued, I turned them on the side, so this is technically going to be the back side, and I just added 2 wooden dowels. This sign is from Dollar General last year, and I just went ahead and cut it apart and added that pumpkins. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these chalkboards. These were from, I want to say, Michael's, and then I just used my Cricut and used the for sale 25 cents a pound, and then we're just going to go ahead and decorate the top of this. I just went ahead and glued everything, but if you wanted to reuse some of your items, definitely don't glue them how I did, but I just think this made it look more fun and fancy. I did not have any of that straw, so I just used a hula skirt, and I think that this turned out so cute. So I'm just using one of these gold rim wreath forms from Dollar Tree and some Dollar Tree florals, and I'm just going to use some wire and just kind of glue everything along with that wire. I always just use a little bit of extra hot glue for some certain things, especially these flowers, because I didn't have a way to use that wire. And then I'm just going to see how it looks. I wanted this one kind of basic and simple. I also used this little sign from Dollar General and just added a couple more florals to this, and I just love how this one turned out. I really wanted some of that gold wreath form to show, so I did have just half of this done, and I think it looks great. Really simple DIY. If you just have a chalkboard, this one was from Family Dollar, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this Farm Fresh pumpkins. Pick your own. This is just a vinyl decal I got off the Cricut Design Space. I just went ahead and put it in the center, and that was it for this one. This one was seriously so simple, but it is one of my favorites. I love a good plain picture or a plain sign, especially because every time I go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I always see them and want to pick them up, knowing I can just make my own. Pumpkins are from Dollar Tree, and I know they come in orange as well, but when I can find the plain ones, I go ahead and grab them just so I don't have to paint them or paint them a lighter color if I'm going to be adding things to the fronts or anyways. We're going to go ahead and add some fabric. This is from Dollar Tree, and I just went ahead and just cut a hole in the center, and then I'm just pressing and pushing all of the fabric. So this is those fat quart rolls from Dollar Tree, and I use the entire thing, and it fits perfect on these pumpkins. So I love this one, but while I was making them, I figured I might as well make a few of them, and I'm going to be using those little wooden stems from Dollar Tree. I have had these for so long. I don't think they sell them anymore or carry them, but I'm sure when you could find them. People just grabbed a ton. I think I grabbed like 3 or 4 packs of them, so I definitely have them probably to last me a lifetime. And then just another one, and I'm just using some scissors to poke everything in and make the fabric tight along the pumpkins, and of course using some florals from Dollar Tree as well, or some leaves. And this is how the 3 of them turned out. Another fabric craft, I grabbed this Dollar Tree sign and I just ended up flipping it over because that grateful was not coming off. So I just went ahead and used my Elmer's glue stick. I use this for everything as far as like scrapbook paper, fabric. It works for all the placemats, and it is so easy and it works great. Like, you can just always add that extra Elmer's glue stick or the glue stick over the top of this, and it kind of works just like Mod Podge, and I love that. I don't love Mod Podge, but I use it when I need to, but if I don't, I'm not going to. But I love this one. I just added that bow right back with a leaf, and I think this one is adorable. I do not make wreaths enough, but I always seem to find a good wreath form at yard sales, and usually they're like 50 cents to $1, sometimes even cheaper. And the first thing I'm gonna do is just pull apart this boxwood. This is from Walmart, and I love this stuff. I use it all the time and almost in every single wreath that I've ever made. I don't love these grapevine wreaths, but I do like them because you don't have to glue anything to them. You can kind of just like push everything in and reuse your florals later. That is what I love. I love being able to reuse my items over and over again because I know I'm going to change up as a wreath. I know I'm going to want something on my door that's different than last year. So it is kind of nice when I just can keep reusing items. But I loved these eucalyptus picks or these eucalyptus florals that were at Dollar Tree last year. These were some of my favorites. So I did grab quite a few of those. To finish off this wreath, I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple different embellishments. I'm going to go ahead and use different colors of pumpkins, and these are just ones that I have had from previous years. So I love picking things up after the season because it is such a good deal. But some of them came from Dollar Tree and probably others came from Hobby Lobby. These little corn are so cute, and I decided to add those just in a couple different places just to give this wreath just a little more something than just eucalyptus. Thrift stores and yard sales are my jam, so I did pick this up thrifted, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull out all those florals. I usually do end up keeping these unless they smell kind of bad, then I do toss them, but I do like reusing things like this. So if I do find things at thrift stores or yard sales like this, and I'm like, okay, I can just reuse these florals for something else, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I didn't love the front of this. I didn't love the pumpkin. I didn't love the little checkers at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the color hazelnut to paint the wheelbarrow. Next, I just went ahead and added some of the floral picks that I already had on hand. I love the Walmart ones. I have not seen them yet, but I'm hoping they're still the 98 cents or $1.19. Maybe that's what they were last year, but they used to be 98 cents. But I love their floral picks at Walmart, so I will be keeping an eye out for those. And then, of course, some of that extra eucalyptus that I had left over from the wreath, and just some extra ones that I had on hand. Rolling pin came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint this one in that hazelnut color as well. I did take the little bows off that were on the edges, and I just went ahead and added them back to the handles because, I don't know, there's just something about these that I think are still really cute. I know a lot of people will just toss them and add something different, but I personally like them. I'm going to go ahead and I use my Cricut for this and just spelled out pumpkin pie to add to the bottom right corner of this. You can add this to the center, whatever you choose. And my paint was not dry, so it did start pulling up some paint, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I kind of fixed my mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and use this puff paint, and I'm just going to drizzle this. This is some of my favorite stuff to use normally during Christmas time, but it is also fun to use during the fall time. I love a good fall sprinkle, and I love all the fall things anyways, but I thought this one was just really fun to use, and I'm just using some sprinkles. These are like clay, and I picked them up off of Amazon. This is one that I love. These little bamboo spoons are from Hobby Lobby, and when they're like 40 to 60% off, they are under $2 or around $2, which I think is a great deal, and these are so cute. Adding some puff paint to these, we're just going to add some orange and some white, and then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some sprinkles over the top of those, let them dry, and then I went ahead and added some gingham bows, and those are from Amazon as well. And I just ended up adding both of these items to the tier tray, the little rolling pin that says pumpkin pie and these spoons, and anything that I can put in a tier tray I absolutely love. Placemats are still $1 at Dollar General, so if you like using placemats, check out Dollar General if you're near one. They have a ton of items that are still only $1, especially cleaning supplies. Not that we're even talking about cleaning supplies, but if you do need some of those items, they're still $1. I'm going to go ahead and cut around this placemat. I love using placemats because it's kind of just like using Scrabble paper or fabric. I don't love all the fall sayings, so that fall y'all, it had to go. It just wasn't what I wanted on here. So just went ahead and used my glue stick once again and just added that placemat right to the top. And that stem was a little dinged up and chipped, so I just went ahead and tied some twine and just wrapped it around the stem. Grab this beaded wreath from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that bow off along with a leaf and just add it right to the top of the pumpkin. If I have any type of leftovers, I'm going to use it, and this was just left over from a project with placemats, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this out to size to fit on that rolling pin that was from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cut it out and, of course, use my good old Elmer's glue stick to add this. And honestly, these projects, people will always ask if that actually lasts, and it does. There's something about Elmer's glue that is just amazing and works, and it stays, and it still looks great. I just added one of those little stickers from Dollar Tree. Thankful, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed these DIYs, and I cannot wait to start making some brand new fall decor. Let me know what you guys thought of these in the comments below and what you want to see this year for fall. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. Till then, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!